Hello, this is Kevin Benedict, SMAC Analyst with Cognizant, and that's for Social, Mobile, Analytics, and Cloud. And I have the privilege of spending time here in San Ramon, California today with Michael King, who's the Director of Mobile Strategies with Appcelerator. Thanks for joining me, Michael.
Kevin, how you doing today?
Good.
Good.
Now, we just had a meeting where you were sharing some of your thoughts around bring your own devices, and you said you guys are leaning toward bring your own applications, BYOA.
That's right.
Why don't you share your thoughts there?
Yeah, so BYOA is a concept that actually evolves from BYOD.
Okay.
Right? So BYOD happens when you let an employee bring their own device into the workplace environment. These employees are bringing iPads and iPhones and Android tablets and other things like that into the work environment. And they're used to a specific level of application. They're used to a very design-centric, they're used to a very easy-to-use application. They're used to a device that, let's all keep in mind, doesn't ship with an instruction manual. So if you give them an application that requires a 7-page instruction manual that quite simply isn't easy to use or has lousy design or is difficult to use, they're going to go to the App Store that has 650,000 applications or the Android store that has another 500 applications and find one that does that. And then they're going to connect that up to your enterprise systems, bypassing all of your careful security controls, bypassing all of your interesting ways that you've obfuscated data, and they're going to put it out there, and it's going to sit on their device. And so what your job is as an enterprise developer or as an enterprise IT person is to build applications for your internal users that are as compelling, or perhaps even more compelling, than what they'd find on the App Store. Not because you're going to go out there and sell it, but because effectively that's what you have to do. You've got people with their own devices. They can make choices. They can download whatever they want. And if we all remember the early days of email, desktop redirectors, other ways that we were getting at, data finds a way out. The more times you tell someone, no, we can't do that, the less secure you're making your environments being. And it's not just a security thing. Keep in mind that a compelling app is going to lower your training costs. It's going to lower your support costs. The less time the user has to spend learning the app, the more time they can use it and be efficient. So that's what BYOA is all about. It's about having an application that is more compelling than what I can find on the App Store.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. And Michael, another question. You used to work for Gartner.
That's right.
And
11
years at Gartner. So you were covering mobility.
That's right.
And you wanted to look at the vendor community and jump out there. And you created a criteria of what you were going to look for in a company to work for. Can you just share what that criteria was?
Sure, yeah. And so my goal was to jump sort of back into, as you say, the vendor market, and I wanted to look for a company that had a couple of qualities, right? And what I look for is sort of a tiered quality, right? So number one, it's got to be an interesting and exciting market. It's got to be a market that's growing. It's got to be something that, quite frankly, I'm passionate about. And I've been doing mobile apps now for close to 17 years. And yes, 17 years ago, we did have mobile apps. They were called dispatch and routing. But I decided it was going to be mobile apps. That to me is the most compelling and exciting space you can be in today, period. Then you look at the team. Who are the guys running the place? Who are the guys sort of in charge? Who are the guys charting the direction of the company? Do they have experience? Do they have passion? Do they have strong vision? Do they have conviction? Last, you look at the technology. Technology isn't the hardest part about all of this. Contrary to popular belief, technology can be built. You can't duplicate space. You can't duplicate team. Technology is sort of last. As much as we all love it, and I do love it.
Got it. Well, Michael, I want to thank you so much for sharing with the audience today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.